vertical fifths, horizontal thirds. Okay. Now, surgeons must identify conditions as like hyperteloris delicanthus. It's the
Recording in
increased distance
progress.
between medial canthus, no? Or hypertelorism, which is increased distance between the two orbits, or hypertelorism. Uh, we must evaluate the nasal dorsum, which involves looking for bulbousness. So Asian people are known for having a bulbous nose if they want to undergo rhinoplasty. So the nose is divided into upper thirds and lower two thirds for subunits, no, for aesthetic assessment. So makita natin dito yung tip ng nasal yung nostril should be one third compared to that portion to the base. So the basal view, other bases usually would range from 3.5 centimeters to 5 centimeters with a mean of 4 cms. Yung measurements, well, relatively in your level, di pa naman kailangan. So yung tip range or tip width is 1.3 to 2.9 centimeters with a mean of 1.8. So, standards, so dapat yung gitna ng ilong is not seen on profile view. It's what we call, well, there's no columellar or retracted columella. So this is found between 28% of populations. So understanding the surface anatomy, you should know surface landmarks like the philtrum, nasolabial sulcus, a mental protuberance, which is vital for incision placement. So you also have to know the relaxed skin tension lines. No, always know this by heart. If you can't really remember, then there's your textbook to accompany during your surgeries or before your surgeries. Always plan your incisions parallel to these lines to minimize scarring and maximize suspicious. So, shortcut for this is to make your face animated. No, site of operation is the forehead. You make them raise the forehead. Yung sa eyes, make them squint. Pag sa smile, let them smile para makita yung relaxed skin tension lines. Key muscles for this would be the orbicularis oculi, zygomaticus major and minor, and the platysma. So you also need to know the course of your facial nerve, no? If it's superficial, if it's deep. So kasi if you manage, accidentally to cut the nerve, then facial paralysis would arise. So the cranial nerve 7 is deep to the SMAS or your superficial musculoopionuric system. So maganda then makita yung ganyan. So you'd know which muscle is involved, right? So knowing the facial anatomy would give the doctor a map of what muscle is to be involved in reconstruction, especially in Botox injections. Sa forehead, you paralyze the frontalis. Sa 11s, yung dito, you paralyze the orbicularis oculi, front of the procerus also. Sa which is area, yung mentalis, yung platysma also, no? Para ma-relax yung muscles. Also sa crow's feet, yung 3 lines dito, sa mga titos nyo sa lolas, you'll be paralyzing part of your orbicularis oculi muscle. Ayaw, gumalaw. Okay. So, remember lang natin kung ano yung mga areas for clerks, no? For interns din, if you can't really tell what the area is, no? Wag naman sabihing forehead front or yung mga common sa cheeks, you can use mentum, maxillary area, preauricular, superior auricular areas, so number 13, yung 15 is which is in lobule, but the area below that would be your inferior auricular area. So, maraming pwedeng itawag dyan. lalo na sa neck, submental or kaya yung level 1, tapos level 2 is yung mandibular area. So, well, we have to speak medically. Okay. Facial defects typically arise from trauma or skin malignancies. Management options would include secondary healing, primary healing, skin grafts, local flaps, Tapos you discuss with your patient, no? There should be a balance between cosmesis, function, and especially your experience during surgery. So, your plan of management? So, what caused yung etiology na yan is what caused the deformity? In cosmesis, sore bodily beauty, yung return to function, surgically correct the condition or defect. Function can be of two things, no? Mechanical functionality or psychological. So, pwedeng maayos mo pero hindi niya na nagagalaw o kaya mas maganda maayos mo pareho. We must also satisfy the patient's idea of desire. So, kung gusto niya mas medyo matangos na ilong, o kaya ma-restore yung beauty, you have to tell them realistically because some of your patients would would have a desire for for such things, no? Kung hindi nyo kaya, tingin nyo hindi babagay, then you probably can refer their patient to another doctor. Okay? So your experience would ultimately determine all of the above to reality. Oops, sorry. Ano ba ito? Ayan. So, random flaps derive its blood supply from many underlying vessels, whereas an eggshell flap, no, supply comes from a recognized group of arteries. These local flaps can be moved either by rotation, advancement, or transposition. So random flaps are the most common, no? It's based on the subdermal plexus. They require length width ratio of 3:1 or 4:1 for survival. So yung base nyo should be 3 or 4 for larger than the tip of your flap. Tapos eggshell flaps naman derived from your deep cutaneous vessels, no? Ulitin ko, random flaps, subdermal plexus, eggshell flaps from your direct cutaneous vessels, like your nasolabial or your forehead flaps. So blood supplies of these flaps can be coming from the larger segmental arteries, its perforating branches, or some direct cutaneous vessels, or to the smaller subdermal plexus. Ayan. Random flaps, dapat length width ratio nyo is, may pala dito, laser pointer. Wala. Okay. Ayan. So 3:1. Balik ako. So consider also perfusion pressure versus critical closing pressure. Survival of your flap depends on perfusion pressure than just increasing base width, no? So sa tip ng flap nyo, sa distal part niya, there's a chance for it being necrosed. So pag di maganda yung color niyan, then you have to worry for flap survival. Okay, so these are your 8 ravenous shunts, pwede sa epidermis, sa dermis, sa fat, and sa muscle. So also there's this thing we call the delay phenomenon, no? So incising and undermining 10 to 21 days post-op prior to flap transfer can involve blood supply by closing AV shunts. So AV shunts yung nasa baba. Also, when using flaps, your skin shouldn't be stretched, no? Yung elastin sa collagen nyo, yung blood flow nyo, bababa if your tension is high. So, defining creep and stress relaxation, you have to exploit the skin's abilities to stretch by extruding fluid in the dermis and increase cellularity over time. So, I have to reiterate yung RSTL nyo and your LME. So RSTL is yung relaxed skin tension lines. Yung LME is your line of maximal extension. No? Facial aesthetic units, well, di na kailangan to. All right. You have to screen your patients for peripheral vascular disease, coronary artery disease, what medications he's been taking, radiation history, smoking also. Smoking. It affects flap and wound survival or wound healing. Tapos identify niyo yung use of anticoagulants, NSAIDs also. So checklist use a template, draw options, measure, undermine, remeasure, and then incise. So you have to be sure before you incise. Okay? Physical exam, you have to take a look at the defect, plan your flap, no? Yung gagawin nyo. Tapos also observe for surrounding skin, matching colors, scars. Tapos yung functional structures like yung yung concern, especially the lips. Marami kayong makikita yung white roll sa lips natin, dapat talaga siyang magka-align because it is really notable if the lips are not well say aligned. So step types, template, options, sabi natin undermine. Review your options, you have to remeasure in size. Then after excising, you should again plan, no? If your planned surgery would be the best for your patient. Tapos yung key stitches nyo at the corners, yung size cones, then close. So yung flap types nyo would be your rotation, advancement, transposition flaps. It is really not concrete, then variations exist. It really depends on what you're presented with. So rotation flaps would be your pivotal flap, curvilinear, standing cone, two borders, broad-based, and uses for it would be the cheeks and the forehead. No, this is a rotation flap na. It's primarily pivotal. It's a curvilinear flap with a broad base. It's used for defects on the cheek and the forehead. It utilizes the Burroughs triangle. So yung Burroughs triangle is yung triangle na sa may lower right na or back cuts to manage the tension. So this is a patient, it's right from the internet again. So the flap nasa may maxillary area, we should be covering it. So what happened is we ayan. We incised this one. This is the Burroughs triangle. Then we shifted all of these skin towards that area. Then after 2 or 3 months, ganyan magiging issue niya. So transposition flaps would be examples of this with your rhomboid, the defermental, bilobe flap. No? It uses angles, 6 degrees to 120. The defermental is more versatile. It uses 60 to 90 degrees angle. So bilobe naman is the double transposition flap. It's usually used for defects in the nasal area. So yan, sabi ko na pala yan. So again, just imagine, dito yung defect nyo, you excise it, measure nyan, nandyan, then this area would go here. That corner would go there. Pwede rin. This corner would go there, that would go there. So that really depends. Pwede rin inferiorly based. Pwede superior, inferior, that's left and right. So you have a lot of options kung saan nyo kukunin. Okay. So likely this is a basal cell carcinoma, forehead. So the planned surgery would be this one. We excised the area of defect. Tapos left-sided, this one, that corner would go there, that corner would go there. Tapos this one would close on its own. Ito, close siya doon, magiging linya na siya. So this area corresponds to this area, this part. Yung kanto, this one is this one. Okay? Ayan. Another one, sa cheek naman. So this, sa malaking defect, kinose natin, same, that one goes there, that one goes there. Tapos yung donor natin, delete siya. So bilobed flaps are the workhorse for nasal defects na. Double siya. So, sorry. So, ito yung excision in the mode or something. Ito yung magko-cover sa kanya, yung flap number 2. Flap number 1 would cover for number 2. Again, this one is this one. Yun, pupunta doon. Itong one flap nyo pupunta dyan. Then, this one naman would close directly. Ito yung first flap nyo, yung second lobe. Okay? Ayan. This one naman is transposition. So, this is your, bilobe flap. Yung second naman, yung, rotation flap, ganun lang. Which is more easy. So sa advancement flap naman, it uses sliding movement. So you have to have adequate undermining. Maximal undermining would be around 2.5 cms everywhere. Pero wag naman lahat, no? Kasi mawawala ng ng blood supply yung sa ilalim. So types would be your monopedical, bipedical, V2I, A to T, or your cheek. Its uses would be your forehead or your brow with a W, hindi brother. So this one is advanced flap, no? 3:1 ratio. It uses your Burroughs triangle. So yung Burroughs triangle niya. Pag tanggal nyo yung defect dito, so in size pa ganyan, then doon also. Kabila din. So this one, corner ng Burroughs triangle nyo would cover kaya magiging parang letter Y siya. Okay. Pag masyadong malaki, you can use left and right. Kunyari, ito yung flap niya, ito yung malaki. Masyadong konti lang to, konti lang dyan. You can use both to close your defect. Dito ay naman, sa chin, excise, this one, pasok nyo doon, tapos magko-close na lang tayo. Tapos yung natira dito would be advanced, then you close that one that would form your body of your Y. Okay? Sa lips, ganyan, 80 naman siya. So, A, magiging T. Okay? Cheek advancement, medyo malaki. No, it requires some rotation. Its uses would be your medial cheek, your nasopharyngeal sulcus, and your concern would be prevent complications like atropion. Yung tipong atropion is yung luluwa yung mata. Okay, that one. Like yung first picture na pinakita natin kanina. So nasolabial flap, nasolabial. You should think of your nasolabial fold dito. So it's an axial pattern flap. It is supplied by your angular artery. You can use either your inferior or superior flaps. So pwede from sa taas, pwede galing sa baba. So inferior. Its uses is the lower 2/3 of the nose, your perinasal area, and upper lip. Na? Its complications would be blunting of your nasophageal sulcus, no? Potential ectropion and scleral show. Bababa siyang ganyan. So, this one, you see your nasolabial fold, dun mga galing. This is inferiorly based. Na? So, this one, pagtanggal nung defect, tanggalin yan, tapos yun pupunta sa baba. So, magkakaroon pa rin siya ng nasolabial fold, tapos covered na rin yung defect natin. Okay? Pag nasal area naman, sa ilong, pwede tayong gumamit ng superiorly based. Ng superior, nas taas yung axis natin. This will cover that one. Your covering of your defect plus preservation of your nasolabial sulcus. Okay. Pag mid-forehead naman, it is what we call yung Indian rhinoplasty or Indian forehead flap. Pag nasa gitna, masyadong malaki, what we use is yung Indian forehead flap. Medyo malaki rin siya. So we'd be using the blood supply is supraorbital artery. So, saka superficial temporal artery. So, pwedeng left, pwedeng right. So, ganyan, malaking defect, lalo sa tip, we excise facial subunits, no? Tapos kukuha doon ng flap, then kaka-counter-rotate natin siya 180 degrees. This tip would go there para ma-close natin yung defect. Ayan. So, after 2 or 3 weeks, we return the flap. So, to is yan. Cover natin doon. This one, we undermine. Magkakaroon lang siya ng medyo mahabang scar sa forehead. Okay. Post-operative care, you have to clean the wound very thoroughly. No? Use peroxide, betadine, some spray na rin. Tapos remove the sutures after 5 to 7 days. You should avoid sunlight for 2 to 3 months. No? Consider dermabrasion din kung sakaling may skin resurfacing. Pero you do that after 4 to 8 weeks. Sometimes 3 months pa. Okay? Complications would be hematoma, seroma, infection, cyanosis, and flap necrosis. So you have to monitor your flap also every day. Okay, so ganyan lang tayo. So the patient has left temporal defect. You can see medyo malaki siya. So what flap would you be using? Ah! Happened. Okay. Anong flap gagamitin natin? O, picture na lang. So what you saw, no? The defect is quite large. We'd use in cheek advancement sa forehead advancement flap. So medyo malaki. Ito aangat. Ito bababa. Sasalubong siya sa gitna. Okay. This one. Any? Wala. So dito, pwede sa chin, pwede sa may more lateral side. So what they did, so rhomboid or iridoformental excision, imbes na circle, ginawa nilang square konti. So that one would go there, this one would go there, tapos this one would close on its own, magiging line na lang siya, yung flap mapupunta doon. So after 3 months, and hopefully ganyan magiging itsura niya. With good post-op care. This one. So dalawa defect niya. Dito, likely basal cell carcinoma sa may left temporal area. No clue? So same as na ginawa kanina. Pero this one involved the right also. In advance doon, in advance doon, tapos in cheek, inangat na lang nila. Okay? So the scar, wala namang problema yan. That would resurface in 6 months. So dermabrasion, some derma friends can help you on that. Nata. No, nawala na rin yung yung lower lateral cartilage niya because of the depth of the defect. So nasolabial flap. So this one, it's your ear cartilage. We got some of the concha enveloped in the donor site, tapos kinlose din natin. So you can see the nasolabial fold, in-enclose natin yun. Tapos kung skin lang kasi siya, wala siyang support, we include a conchal cartilage to for that. So, well, instead of having a big seeable mass, yan maging insura niya. But yung cosmesis maganda naman, we can do surgeries to refinesse. Yung may pedicle siya. Tinanggal natin yan, so maging ganyan. Okay? Temporal area. Same din. Burroughs triangle, because iilahin natin to. Sa baba, ganun din. Nasalubong siya. So likely this is after surgery. So malinis pagkakagawa. Post-op, may pasa-pasa, that's okay. I just have to monitor and reassure the patient. But in case there's necrosis, flap necrosis, flap failure, you have to tell your patient, don't candy coat na maging okay lang yan. No? You have to pray also that all your patients would heal good. Ito, hindi naman ganun kalaki. So bilobe flap, first lobe, second lobe. Your second lobe would cover the defect. Yung first lobe would cover the donor. Tapos yung first lobe nyo, would close siya. This one would go there. Then this flap would go there. So yan. Maxillary defect. Cheek advancement flap. Diba? Cheek. I-advance natin doon. Tapos may Burroughs triangle. Yan. So this is the incision site. Pababa. Nilaki natin kasi malaki yung defect. So after some months, yan yung maging itsura. Ito naman, mataas sa nasal bridge. Pwede rin bilobe. Pero superiorly based. So after some months, ganyan na siya. Okay? Frontal naman. So you have to be imaginative. So forehead advancement, saka rhomboid. Ayan, yung rhomboid nyo, your defermental, then yung advancement flap natin sa other one. So maganda naman kaysa hayaan na lang, but you have to catch these malignancies early kasi pag pinalaki niyan, it would be more difficult to close. So this one, yan, advancement flap, excise, tapos advance. Andun. So it's hardly visible after some months. Okay? Close. You have to remind your patient to have a close follow-up. All right. I am sorry that my internet connection is not that quick, no, or strong because nasa liblib na lugar din ako. So I hope you've learned. Medyo fun yung ganitong part ng ENT. So yung patients natin kasi, most of them are pathologic. They have big nodules, big ganyan, natanggalin nyo. Whereas this one is more of aesthetic. So magiging happy yung pasyente nyo na tinanggalan nyo ng nunal or any mass that is cancerous or there's a sign of malignancy. You have to communicate well with your patient. Tell them the complications, close follow-up, and the future plans para open kayo pareho. Okay? Do you have any questions? Wala. Totoo? So again, I'll reiterate. Before any facial surgery, consult your books. Na? If kung hindi nyo kabisado yung relaxed intention lines, plan and plan na before using your blade. Tapos remeasure, plan, remeasure. Tapos undermine very generously. I kept this short. It took me long because of the connection. Na? So pasensya na. I hope you learned. I hope you gained something. Tapos if we happen to see each other in the campus, tap my shoulder, which will exchange pleasantries. Okay? Thank you po very much. I'm Ma'am RG, if you're there, siguro picture na lang. Ang dami.
Okay. Nakapag-screenshot na ako, sir.
Nakapag-screenshot na, Ma'am RG. Salamat po ng marami. I hope you have a great week ahead.
Thank you po, Doc.
I'll be the last one to leave. Yes. You have a question?
No, Doc, I was just saying thanks.